Everybody, this is John, and welcome to the free video. Aviv continues to be one of my favorite, what I would call quiet setups. It's just kind of hanging out here. I'm just looking to see if this can get to like $54, $55. This is something we are doing with directional calls. You know, you can see that my theta on here is horrible. You know, if your main goal is selling premium, you'll look at that in absolute horror. So obviously that means that if this thing is flat on the day, we're going to lose $421. But if it can rally enough to overcome the theta decay, we get to keep the difference. And so when there is a squeeze like this, I mean, that's essentially the bet, is that we are going to get a shorter term rally with enough oomph to overcome the daily theta decay, at the very least. I mean, if it can overcome the daily theta decay, at best we break even, but anything above and beyond that, we get to keep. So that's what we're looking at there, and I like that. And we had we'd done the same thing in ANET. We've already taken some off the table there, and that looks good. In terms of what to look at for tomorrow, PayPal had some good earnings after hours. It's up a little bit beyond the expected move, but it's not up 2 times the expected move. Okay, so 2 times the expected move. IRBT was 30-minute chart. So this is up 2 times the expected move. This is a very kind of a classic pattern that I like because it looks for continuation. Okay, there's it's just like an unexpected move. It gets in there, and so on something like this, we'll kind of go in and let's buy some calls and sell a put spread and hold on to it for 3 to 4 days. So again, you're going to have some theta decay here. We did sell some premium, but the idea is that this is something that we're going to carry forward for at least a couple more trading days, which could be fairly fun. So in terms of new trades, besides earnings trades, I mean, there's a lot of earnings trades obviously this week, but from there, we've seen a lot of moves already happen, but healthcare and biotech are actually setting up squeezes here. So what I'm anticipating is that we're going to see a little bit of a sector rotation. So sector rotation out of, tech, profit taking in tech and going into healthcare. This is what typically happens when one gets extended. So if we're looking in healthcare in terms of key squeezes and everything like that, one of the ones that's interesting is Celgene, but it has earnings in the morning. So that's kind of a non-starter. But Medtronics here also looks pretty good too. So this is one. And remember, on something like this, you've got a big nasty fire line there, but it's a squeeze that can push it through. So I do like that, and that's what I'm going to be keeping an eye on tomorrow. Okay, so we do have an awesome class coming up with Miss Carolyn Boroden. So this class, if you have not done one with her, they're a lot of fun. She cracks the whip. It's simplertrading.com/swing, and it's simpler Fibonacci, how to predict price swings on any price chart. And this is something where it's interesting because when I talk to people in the trading room and ask them, like, what kind of tools that they use, and everybody there gravitates to different people. And some are like, okay, John, I like your style, or oh, I like Chris's style, I like Henry's style, I like David's style, and everybody kind of likes, mixes and matches of different traders in the room. But everybody loves Carolyn's work. Like, everybody I talk to incorporates Carolyn's work, or if they haven't, once they learn about it, are like, oh my gosh, this is like the missing ingredient of being able to do this because of the timing and stuff like that too. And so her whole thing, and which it took me a while to kind of grasp the significance of it until she kind of beat it into me, but it's how to predict the price swings on any chart. Okay, and this is just stuff that nobody else I know is doing this on a regular basis, on a consistent basis, and just has the breadth of knowledge that she has. There's other people out there teaching this stuff that she taught, okay? So if you're looking at the basics of what this class is going to entail and what it can do, it's using Fibonacci support and resistance. And I think that's what most people understand when they hear Fibonacci's, okay? And that makes sense. What she does that's different is the whole idea of clustering this stuff, which is very powerful. But the whole idea here is that the unfair edge is it's predictive in nature, and that's the part that's very, very exciting. In terms of managing risk, she goes through some simple tools and triggers for that, and targets, profit taking, and this is important because I find that where people falter the most is at turning points. And she talks about not only why major turning points tend to occur at Fibonacci price clusters, okay? But she also talks about how to objectively plan trades in advance using this stuff, okay, which is great. And plus, you know, there's, you know, she always throws in additional stuff in there too. It's freaking amazing. So here's the packages, and I should try to realign this so you can actually see her face. All right, so I guess that's a little better, not great. So again, go to simplertrading.com/swing, and you'll see here's the basic class on May 6th, which I believe is a Saturday from 12 to 4 Central, $197. You can learn all the strategy that you want. And then if you would like to also do some live trading, okay, on May 8th and 9th, and I'll be doing that with her as well on some, that's going to be $297, and that of course includes the Saturday class. All right, and then if you would also like to try and include 2 months of her service included, which look, once you understand this stuff, you won't want to be without it, and this is a great deal. Then you can do this package, and this package gets you 2 months of her work, plus access to the live trading, plus access to this. And so it's a fantastic kind of a deal. Simplertrading.com/swing. Carolyn and I will be live trading together on the 8th and the 9th. I'll show you how I also use her stuff, which is a lot of fun. You guys have a good one, and we'll see you at the next update.